Hello everybody, it's Rob here. There's been some new development with the Bleed Barbarian. The recent patch notes has fixed an issue where Berserk Ripping wouldn't cause targets to bleed when berserking. This has been fixed now, and the Bleed Barb is back, hitting for over 1 billion damage. I was doing some Lilith kills with this one. I just wanted to give you a quick overview here in this video of what's happening and how the Barb is dealing so much damage suddenly again. It looks like a really solid build. So you see I'm playing like double swing Rupture build here on Lilith. We basically have triple shouts and we shout her. We attack her with double swing. And you see the base is super good. And then we do Rupture her. And she takes like all her health bar in damage because of the Barber. And as soon as we hit Rupture, she's gonna instantly take that damage as direct damage from Berserk Ripping and Barber. So there's some pretty insane combinations that are possible right now. All due to one of these changes. And I don't know, like you can see even her HP bar like moving up, moving down. I don't even know, like it does like probably the game doesn't know what's happening as well with like Berserk Ripping, Barber and Rupture. Like the HP bar actually goes up for some reason. Like I've noticed, I have a couple more clips here. Sometimes it's healing Lilith with the Rupture. And then it's applying the Barber right after. We're going into some more mechanics here in a second. But you see here, basically you just double swing. And then you just Berserk Ripper. I don't know what we hit her there for. Like also 400 million or something. Like it goes pretty crazy, and you can do this in rifts, in nightmare dungeons apparently as well. And you can even see as I'm fighting wave 2, like it's basically very important that you are berserking. There's a couple options here, like you can go generator, but sometimes I like to have Wrath of the Berserk here as well, just so you have more berserking, because it only works while you're berserking. And Berserk Ripping is back, guys, and Barb is... I mean, the Rogue is still a lot stronger than this. Rogue can kill her in 50 seconds. This Barb still takes like 70. But you can see here. Like, as soon as I start the Rupture... Okay, this is the first Rupture. And then the HP bar goes up. Do you see this? Like, she's bleeding. Lilith is bleeding. As soon as I Rupture, her HP bar is normal again, because now all the Rupture damage is accumulating with the Barber gem, right? Like, this is the gem here, it's accumulating. So you Rupture, and then it's accumulating damage with Barber. And that's basically when you suddenly, boom, deal this insane amount of damage. See, boom, Ruptured. And she takes like 500 million in direct damage. And that's, again, like applying another bleed, because Barber procs Berserk Ripping now in this clear light. It's absolute madness. And here I have another clip. I can put all the clips in the description as well. I have another clip. So yeah, I already like applied my Rupture. You see it's on cooldown, and it's just accumulating the Barber right now. And then it's just creating these like instant explosion, and she dies in one shot basically. I think you want a longer Barber for this build. And yeah, here, this is the Berserk Ripping that I'm using. I have even like the lowest roll possible. I didn't save because there was no stash tab. So I just used this one from the Codex of Power basically. Feels like a deja vu, yeah. It's Barbarian back to old greatness, guys. You can definitely get a pretty easy Lilith kill now with Barb, just like on all the other classes. I mean, the Rogue with Twisting Blades is still miles better than this, because you can skip the entire phase 2. Oh yeah, there it is. Like, and then you... See, like the bleed is taken away, and then the bleed just does direct damage from Barber. And yeah, this is pretty much the build here. And you can switch a bunch of things. Like, I guess for the pure Lilith version, we even want to switch our generator to Wrath of the Berserking. If it's only about Lilith for you. Don't need these. So like this. I'm gonna save that again. And then you would take Wrath the Berserk on your skill bar as well. So we did switch a couple things from the classic build. Like right now in game, I don't have Berserk Ripping on a two-hander. But it's definitely the best because you can get up to 60% of base as bleeding damage. So that's really strong. And notice we also switched the passive back to Gushing Wounds here, even though we're playing Double Swing. Double Swing is basically, it has high damage now, it got buffed. It's what's enabling the high direct damage that then gets transferred, combined with your Barber and Rupture as direct damage. And that direct damage that you do with Barber procs Berserk Ripping again. Basically, super similar to how we did infinite bleed damage with Rupture before. Like, it just, the Barber explosion, it explodes for like millions of damage. If you are berserking at that point when it explodes, with Berserk Ripping, you're implying that implosion as new bleed that then you can rupture away again. And that's how you can do this like insane damage, especially with low rupture cooldowns. And yeah, long term, we might see or might do like full bleed builds with, for example, the helms. I don't know, I don't have them right now, I guess. But I guess for these builds, you want a longer Barber damage. You can play, let's just do this in the planner, it's a lot easier. You can probably do the Weapons Master, this one, where your Rupture has another stack. I also did a few runs with the new weapon. This is the Weapons Master, you could put this on the helm. I also did a few runs with the Fields of Crimson. I still have the Legacy version because it still gives cooldown. I don't know where I put it. There's too many items in the stash. By the way, we got a 5th stash tab, but it's already filled with all these gems. Anyway. Yeah, anyways, you can play with the... okay, here it is. Fields of Crimson. You could use that one as well to get some crazy Rupture ranks. Like this one gives you like rank 10 Rupture and only 4 seconds cooldown on Rupture. And then combined with the 2 charges. Like there's a lot you can do. You can do a lot of switching, you can do a lot of experimenting. We only just started with this. We're definitely gonna go a lot more into detail here with all of this. But in general, the build is also super strong to just clear like normal dungeons, basically. Like if we are going in here, and here we don't necessarily even need our bleed damage all the time. We have a bunch of options here. I did a couple runs here in Deepwood. And it's just like slicing through everything. And you can see like it's super tanky. And it also does a lot of damage to everything in its path, basically. Like this is like Nightmare Dungeon 100 and it does it easily. Because we get a lot of like toughness multipliers that we can get from our additional bleeds. And it just like whenever we don't one-shot stuff, it just applies this bleed that would kill them anyways. So we can like really just jump through here and kill all the enemies pretty much. They don't even stand a chance. And the density changes are also really nice. Like there's just a bunch of stuff, lots of new monsters, lots of density. You see here like when we engage the elite, like you see all this bleed that's being applied here. And this is only with a 20%. Again, you can get 60%, you can get like triple this bleed. You see we have some direct damage and see this guy is like half his damage bar in bleeds already again. See, it hits for like 30 million there. Just as you finished with all the applying all the dots with Barber. So the Barber does eat these dots now with Rupture as well. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do. Density percent increase is about 50%, I would say. But yeah, this is a really strong build, guys. It's absolutely crushing the hundreds, like hitting for like 20, 30 million. And on Lilith, you can hit for the billions again if you're doing a bleed focused build. And yeah, it's just super strong. I'm really looking forward to what we come up with here in the end. How this is gonna look once it's like fully min-maxed. But yeah, 35 million. It's just so strong. Like it's completely annihilating these hundreds now. Cutting through it like it's cake, basically. This is a double swing bleed build right now. I'm not sure if it's the best solution to incorporate the bleeds. But we'll see. It's definitely really strong and it has tremendous AoE potential as well. And look at all these trees, man. Boom, one hit, they're all dead. They have like no chance. And you are like super tanky on top of all of this. You are like a giga tank with this setup. You have like triple toughness on your gear. And yeah, man, it's just crazy strong, dude. I even wanted to take this Lilith run. Like you see the bleeds like whenever the enemies is almost dead. Like you see all the bleed damage that's like also piled up there. I didn't even take the Lilith run. Now I did. I mean, you don't even need the bleeds on 100. Like on 100, no monster can survive long enough to even like matter with the. Oh, there you see how this guy is bleeding there. He just instantly died. Go a bit back. You see this guy is like half HP and he is full HP by his bleeds. Basically. He's ticking for a few million dollars. Like, you see all these bleeds here? And then when the next Barber iteration procs, they just instantly melt. Like, all their life bar is bleeds. And this is like tier 100. This is the highest tier you can do. And the bleeds are just so strong. This is definitely A tier, maybe even an S tier build now. I think like once this is the first day, the patch just dropped, guys. Once this is more min-maxed, it's gonna be absolutely crazy, I think. But yeah, let me just go over, like, this is my current character. This is my gear. I'm just gonna hover it real quick. I don't have like the optimal stuff. Like I didn't even save Berserk Ripping. I just have it from the codex right now. So again, you can put this on the 200 for 60%. It's gonna probably be completely busted. Yeah, these are the stats. X expertise, and then we play maces. This is the current skill tree. Again, there's many different options. Like on Lilith, you definitely want Rupture and Wrath, I think, just to keep the Wrath the Berserk up. And here I'm like very defensively orientated with the Paragon tree, basically. Like we have all the tenacity, all the defensive nodes, and we're playing one-hander with all the crit damage. But yeah, it's really strong. We also have 10k armor when we're unbuffed. And we have a bunch of crowd control duration here and here. Just to keep stunning the targets. And then obviously we have disobedience. But yeah, that's been the double swing Bleed Barbarian Madness. Killing a Lilith pretty much instantly. Billion damage. No problem. Only good stuff. And yeah, also phase 2 is being rocked. We'll see how crazy fast we can get it in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed this little overview. And yeah, more content is coming, guys. If you liked what you see, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you soon, my friends. Up to 628. Over and out. Take care.